So for today, we're going to be looking at the Iron Intent armor set. If you guys don't know, I actually made a post asking which armor set you guys would like to see first. The Iron Intent was the first one, considering Iron Banner is going to be going up for one last week. Not last week, forever. There should be more Iron Banners later, but this is the first one we've had. I have the Iron Banner set, which won. I have the Season Pass armor set, the Shade Stalker armor set, and then the Doki Doki armor set. Doki Doki, I think, was the last one, if I remember correctly. So that's the one I'm going to be doing last. But for now, Iron Intent is going to be the first one. And I already have all of, like, pretty much I have everything done aside from the Doki Doki set. Like, I've had so much fun making some of these armor sets. And yeah, that includes the class specific videos as well. So make sure you guys keep up to date with the content. Make sure you like and subscribe to, especially subscribe and hit the bell notification if you guys want to keep up with my content, because there's going to be a lot of content to go through, because not only are we doing the armor sets, I'm going to be going back to the exotic videos as well, because I made a post about that as well, explaining which exotics I haven't done yet. And if you want to know, or if you want to choose an exotic, let me know in the comments below, because you have a good chance of me just being like, all right, that'll go up the list. Because that's what I usually do. If someone asks for something, it usually goes up the list aside from what I want, because I'd rather push something that you want rather than something that I want, in that context at least. So yeah, we're going to be looking at how it looks, how it shaders, and my personal thoughts. The other thing we're going to be doing as well is bring back the shader videos, because I do want to at least showcase some of the new shaders, because I do think they're really cool. So there's a lot of content that I'm going to be going through, and that's not even explaining some of the other things that I'm working in the background as well. So yeah, I know I usually say this around like once a month or something, but it's true. Like, we have the new act, which brought a lot of armor sets, and I'm really excited to post a lot of these. That being said, please be patient. I'm only just me. I only just have myself that I'm working on this channel, and I also have a full-time job, which I work like 10.5 hours a day, which, to be fair, I only work 4 days, but it's still exhausting coming home from work and having to also make these videos as well. So please be patient with me. I'm trying my best. So let me know what you guys think. Let's just get into it. So to start off, here is the Iron Intent armor set for the Hunters. The way to get this armor is just the way that we've always gotten armor sets in Iron Banner, which is just play the game. You'll get some engrams from the end of the matches. Those engrams are what you're going to be able to get the armor, because you can't focus it until you get all of the armor from the engrams. So at the, like, if you're really lucky, you'll only need 5, but you most likely will not be that lucky. Most of the time, if you really want this armor set, make sure you avoid all of the like new weapons that we're getting, because that also increases the pool a lot, and you will get those weapons instead. That being said, I mean, you can always, from what I've done, this is how I ended up getting it. I used all my engrams on just to try to get the armor, and then once I got all of the armor, I immediately got all the weapons, at least the new ones, and started to get all the weapons from there. I'm still going to play Iron Banner this week, just because I really do want a good weapon, specifically the sidearm. I really want a good sidearm for that one, and maybe some other weapons. But now that I'm done with the armor set, I don't really feel the need to do anything else, especially since it doesn't have the type of armor that is in dungeons and in comp anyway. So yeah, that is pretty much it for that. As for how it actually looks, I think this armor looks amazing. The helmet, I think, is super dope. Chest piece, I think, is super dope. Boots, I think, are super dope. The cloak, I think, is the best cloak. Oh my god, I love this cloak. The arms are the only thing where I'm like, it's not the best. That being said, one of my favorite sets that I made with this armor set is using the arms. So that's not even saying like the arms are bad by any means. It's just like, I don't really care for them, that again, but my favorite set is using those arms. So it's just one of those, like, I don't care for it, but damn, those arms, that arm set that I made is a banger. So it's just one of those funny things where I'm not a fan, but damn, does it look good if you really work with it. As for how it actually shaders, this is the only like kind of unfortunate part, is the fact that there's a lot of off colors in this armor set. So the helmet, specifically the mouth plate, has the off color. The chest piece, specifically the inner armor, not the like lining, but the inner armor has off coloring. The arms, the left side is off color, and then the right side is a main color. The boots, I think, is the biggest offender, because the hip armor is off color, and then you have the knee pads, which one of them is leather colored, and then the other one is the main color. So yeah, that's the only unfortunate part that I find about this armor set, which is the fact that it's just armor, like the coloring system, it just kind of pisses me off a little, specifically the boots, because the boots is also a set that I love that I made. It's just like, pick your poison at that point. Like, I really wish we could choose which armor set colored which way, but I mean, we don't live in that world. But let me know what you guys think about the shadering. Next up is Titans, and I have to say, dude, I am pleasantly surprised at just how much I love this set, specifically because I went into this thinking the helmet, the arms, and the boots I was just gonna hate. And the only set that only piece that I could say that I'm not the biggest fan of is the boots. I just don't really find the boots that pleasant to look at. If it had fur in it, I think that would have been a little bit better, just because it's a little bland, I guess my head would. I don't know. When it comes to shadering, it gets way worse, but we'll get to that when we get to that. But helmet, I think, is super cool, especially the set that I made for it. Oh my god, it looks very bare in nature, which is why I love it. That being said, I could probably use the helmet from Trials of Osiris. That helmet would probably be a better choice, but I also really like how that armor set came out, which again, you guys will see when I make those videos or specifically post those. I think the chest piece is pretty cool. That being said, when it comes to the shadering for the fur, it gets really annoying. The arms are cool. I don't know if I like the shoulder pads. They just look kind of like weird to me. And I think the mark is amazing. The only unfortunate part is that the buckle doesn't change, takes an off color if I remember correctly. So that's pretty much it. Let's actually just look at the shadering when it comes to shadering. So like for me, yeah, I am not the biggest fan of this armor set when it comes to shadering, specifically because the shoulder pads take the off color. The boots, everything, like it's inverted. So like the off color is the main thing you see, and then the like off color would be the main color, which is hilarious to me. The buckle is actually taking the main color. Why did I think it took the, it's probably a set that I made with the mark that makes me think that it was taking the off color. Either way, it seems like it's taking the main color, which is pretty cool. And then the helmet, it's going to be the same thing as the boots, where everything is basically the off color, aside from the main color being like strips of main color, which is pretty funny to me. So it's not the worst thing in the world. Granted, like a lot of the sets that I made with it are amazing, and I don't really have a big beef with it aside from the boots. That being said, I made a set with the boots that looks really cool, but it's also incorporating a lot of pieces that have main color or off coloring as the main coloring. So yeah, it's just one of those like you have to just work around it type of situations, which is kind of annoying, but at the same time, it could be worse, man. It could have a glow over the armor set and just be that way. I'm looking at you, fucking Armor of the Taken King. I still think that armor is trash because of that reason, but let me know what you guys think about the shading. And then last but not least, Warlocks. So this is the funny thing. I love this armor set as a whole. As pieces goes, I had a really rough time with this one. Not saying that it's bad. I love these pieces. These pieces are amazing. The pieces that I had trouble with is going to be the chest piece and the arms. Everything else kind of fit in line with pretty much what I wanted. Chest piece specifically just because we don't have a really good helmet that is tall enough for me, because you could definitely use just one of the Iron Banner helmets, specifically the one from D1. That one would be amazing. That being said, I'm not a fan of it because it's too small. So like the shoulder dragon things, it's almost like the same height, which I didn't want that. I wanted a helmet that was a little bit longer. There is another Iron Banner helmet that I tried to use. I wasted a fucking stupid one of those transmog items, and I didn't even end up using it just because I didn't like the geometry of the helmet. It was way too different than the geometry of the chest piece, which is why I was like, nah, I'm not gonna use that. So that's why I had a problem with the chest piece. Not saying it's a bad piece, it's amazing. It's just I don't like the helmets that we have in the game at the moment to make a set with this chest piece. The arms, I also had a big problem with it just because I was thinking like maybe I could combine it with some bandages. So I went with some pieces that have bandages for the chest piece, and I didn't really like the set that I made with that. So I just ended up doing a really safe set with it, but I still think it looks pretty cool. The boots, I think are cool. I think they're super cool. They are a little bland. Some people might say they're a little bit boring, but I think that's its strength, just because it's going to be really cool with some really like, hold on, let me see the set that I made with it. You guys won't see it, but I'm gonna see it because I'm trying to remember like the set that I actually made. Yeah, so like I ended up doing a set that I think looks really cool with it. I'll even tell you what chest piece I used. The Plague Breaker set. I ended up using that, and it looks really cool because it has almost the same design as that chest piece, which I thought was really cool, which is why I gravitated towards that chest piece. So I think this armor set is amazing. That's pretty much it. So for the shadering, this is where it's cool and not cool at the same time. So the Warlocks, the helmet takes mostly just off coloring with some hint of main coloring, which is going to be the same for all of the other classes. The other thing is the fact that the chest piece, specifically like the shoulder pad pointy things, take a weird off color. Yeah, like a really weird off color. Not saying it's bad by any means, it's just you're gonna have to work around that. So yeah, as for shading, I'm just gonna shut up so you guys can see the rest of that. So that is pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think. I had a lot of fun with this armor. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm really excited to showcase some of these sets because I do think they're amazing. I'm super excited because all I have to do is the audio, and that's it. After we're done rendering it, they're gonna be going up. This video specifically will most likely be going up on Tuesday, which is tomorrow for me. And then the shaded video, like almost right after it, 2 hours usually is what I like to wait for. And then the armor sets are going to be going out the days after that as well. So Wednesday will most likely be the hunter one. And then Thursday Titans, and then Friday would be Warlocks. And then from there, we'll start doing the Shade Stalker, I think was the next one. Either way, the next one that people voted for would be the next one. And then I'm going to be sprinkling in some shader videos and hopefully an exotic video as well, because there's some exotics that I still haven't done, specifically the new exotic that Warlocks got this season. I still haven't done it. So I'm going to do that one within this week, hopefully. So there's a lot of work to do, and I am thinking about hiring an editor, but that's way, way, way down the line because I can't afford to hire an editor, at least full time, which is what I would like, because if I don't have to worry about editing, it would save me so much time that I would have, like, I legitimately would probably run out of content. So let me know what you guys think. I appreciate y'all coming up to this point. Remember, if you guys want to watch any content or ask for any content, let me know in the comments below, and I'd definitely at least give you an answer. So let me know what you guys think. Appreciate y'all. Be safe. I will see you guys later.